Hello everybody, welcome back to another Malts and Meeples video. I'm Petter, and today we're back with more Welcome to the Moon. So, last time we made it through adventure number 1. Just sparkling water today. And now it's time for more story and to see what happens in adventure number 2. So we go back to 161 is where we were. So then 141. We already read 161. That was the end of the last chapter. And I did call out that I made a mistake. You can see the comment on the last video. I don't know that it vastly helped me. It might have hurt me or helped me. Leaving Earth was easy. The journey to the moon will be quite another story. Our trajectory has been calculated for weeks by experts. We must closely follow the coordinates and adapt to the slightest mishap. We must not miss anything. Either resources in our space stations or the mixing tanks. Everything must be perfect for humankind and the Human Alliance. As your captain, my duty is to determine our priorities. So I can either choose that we must reach the space stations, or we must respect our trajectory and protocol. Let's do space stations. If I remember correctly, I suspect this is going to set up here. It's useless to come to the moon without plants from our space stations. Here are your mission's orders. So, mission cards. $70, $72, and $74. Sit down to the table here and show them to you. Oh, of course that now has decided, yeah, we don't want to. Wah. Right, so let me go back up from the table, deactivate the video, activate the video. I can see my hand, I can see everything, that looks good. So let's see if this keeps working. I was having issues with the webcam, and sometimes that trickles over to the other cameras. So, 6 spots completely filled in here on this path. And you can see our path winds up to the moon. 3 space stations visited. 6 water gained. So, how these different ones work here, because they are all different. I'm going to pull out the Adventure 6 here. Not Adventure 6, Adventure 2. So, we have our normal thing. We're going to write down a number, and you can write anywhere you want on this, but it always has to go in ascending order. You might be like, hey, that's more than 15. Well, one of the things you do is you get energy. When you get energy, it allows you to draw a line, kind of like the fences in Welcome to, creating breaks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines if you wanted to use them all. That's the easiest one. Then water tanks here. Water tanks are pretty easy. They are worth the points they show there. So if I do water, number and water action here, get 4 points. I just circle the ones that I get. And you can see over here I have 6. I want to get 6 of them. We'll see if that happens. Robot action. You must program robots to retrieve your plants. So you just cross off these different robots here to get to the space stations. Now, to get the leaves off a space station, for example, in this section, say I put my line here. This is where I create my break. It's only the ones before that break that allow me to cover leaves here. And leaves are number of leaves times the multiplier that you can get. The negative over here is that we cross out one of the big numbers. For A and B, looks like. We'll double check that here in the mission. Then the plant action, already talked about that. Astronaut action. Astronauts are different this time. They simply allow you to modify the number by plus or minus 2. Then you have these symbols, these ones over here, the planning action. Planning action allows you to cross something off with an X. It also gets you a wild token once you get 2 of them. So the wild you can use that whenever you want. You'll cross off a wild to switch the symbol that you're using. End of the game. I talked about the plants multiplier based off of the robots getting there. We circle 1. And then multiplier for each leaf. Water, total for your water tokens. Score 1 point per longest completed zone. And solo mode, though, is going to be slightly different. In solo mode, whenever we get the robots out here, we circle 2 of these bonus ones. And I believe okay. So then if the number of zones we've completed, and this one's a little bit more little trickier, but we'll be keeping track of the number of energy cards we use. So if the number of energy cards they have divided by 2 is greater than the number of zones we have, they get the 20 points. Otherwise, we get the 20 points. They get the 10. Oh, they don't get the points. We just get the 10 or 20. So there we have it. And here, this is simply if we can't place our things, we get to cover up these. It's costing us points, though. So we start with our first 3 here. Now it's worth to engage and realize water and robots are the lowest for us. We have some high numbers. Let's do the 11 of robots. Ooh. And this one, I'm giving them this one. I don't mark anything down here yet because I'm going to tally up the number of cards at the end of the game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's put the 11 right here. And we cross off 1. I could choose to cross off 1 up here. These are worth more. However, I'm picking to cross off the ones further down right now so that I can hopefully start to collect leaves. Alright, we have a robot again. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we do 9 and robot, we're giving away an energy. But now I've circled this. I am 1/3 of the way to completing that objective. Also, I can potentially score a bunch based off of leaves here. So we have a 12, a 9, and a 2. We're going to give the robot away and then do the 12 of leaves. We'll just X out the leaves that we get. Oh yeah, and I forgot, I gain 1, 2 of those. So now I have the choice, for example, here, if I don't want to give, say, either of these to the corporation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8, so we have an extra one in there, which means I should probably do that there. Can't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can make this be the 6 and give the energy away. But 6 of water. I'm really just trying to get those points taken care of right now. Okay, we have leaves, leaves, leaves. All right, well, we're doing leaves. We have 7. We're going to do the 7 of leaves. You can take the 10 because I want to go right there. And I could, at this point in time, be crossing off leaves on any of these. I'm just doing it up front here because I know I've reached there. So I want to overload, or I want to load that up as much as I can. Oh, B. So with first ones there, we cross out the larger number on one of these. We can choose. I'm going to pick that 8. A. We'll do the 10. And then we draw one here. Okay, now this is the tricky bit. This is where you can get into trouble. I can't place any of these because I haven't drawn a line yet, which means I have to cross off one of these. So I'm losing 5 points now, but I do gain an energy, which now I've got 2. I cross off. I'm just going to cross off. I'll actually cross off here. So that's the point I can now restart. However, now this front section is the only spot I can get these leaves being added to stuff. It's a risky play. 6, 6, 14. 1, 2, 3, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that combination. Those Astra cards go there. Because I want to do 14 and get that. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do the 14 and get water. Let's work on filling in earlier. Wait, which way am I putting him? There we go. So then we have our next ones. 12, 1, not 12. So C, just nothing happens. So we do have 12, 1, and 13. Obviously, we're going to do the 1 here. And let's do... You know what? We're going to do the 1 with this, but I'm going to save those leaves covering up one of these. Because 1, and then cover one of these. I can put an X somewhere. We'll do that. So now we know that don't have any negatives coming up. 2 energy. 7, 8. I mean, 8 is good. 8 and an energy. We'll give away that one. So I won't get my water bonus there, but I do circle one of those up there. Okay, robot. 1. You know what? Let's do 1 and robot, but we're going to save this card because this one would be 4 points against me. It's the high point for the Astra Corporation. So I'm going to cover that one off. Do a 1 there. Because if I can get up here, I can gain more bonuses. So 9, 12, 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can put the 15 there. I'm going to do the 15 there with the 12. I'm going to give them an energy. But I just want to put the 15 out there. Though I'm looking for 2 groups of 6. I'm not tracking towards that yet. Got some robots and energy. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do 5 there. 2, 3, 4 is all we need there. So let's do our 5. Let's do an energy. Give you a robot. So I wanted to put the 5 there. But by creating that line, which now the next 2 I'm going to try and do 6. 1, 2, 3. All right, we have a 3, a 4, and a 9. Let's use the 4 with the leaf. So that one's going away. But I can do the 4 there, gain another leaf. So this section right now is scoring me 18 points. That's pretty solid. Unfortunately, I've given my opponent this stack of cards. Okay. Planning, robot, and energy. Let's see what we got. Well, we can't fill in that section yet, but that 6 is solid. And let's do the robot. We're giving away the energy. Don't love to do that, but we're doing okay there. 13, 6, and 10. Let's do the 10 with water. I'm giving you an energy. But I can do 10. And at this point in time, once I complete this one, which who knows when that's going to happen. Let's do the 11 with water. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. We're shooting for 6 there to get those 9 bonus points. We're almost through the deck the first time as well. Here we got our leaves and robots. Well, let's do the 4 of robots. We're going to give you a leaf there. Yeah, we'll do that. 4. Complete that section. Potentially now we can get 2 leaves there. If we can do 2 leaves, that gives us 18 points there. 2 is good for us. Either spot, actually. And 5 is good. Oh, yeah, I got 2 more of these. I'm going to use one right away because it's this symbol. That's the 4 points for them. So where do I want to put this? 2, complete that section, get leaves, or 2, start up there. Let's do 2, start up here. So that's 9 points up there, 18 points down there. Not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Well, so we're going to be starting the next section for sure. Let's do 5. 2, 3. Yeah, let's do the... No, let's do 5 right there. With this. Do I give you an energy? No, I'm gonna save the energy card for myself. But I wanted to do the 5 right here because remember, we want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Split right there. And then that gets me an X. We'll put it there. I think. Yeah. Yes, we will put it there. We've completed a section now. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. All right, well, so 8 or 9 can fit in there. We do have a leaf, so 8 with 9. We lose a water, but I can actually write down the scores here. 18 and 18. Pretty solid scoring right there thus far. We actually have decent scoring on the water. No objectives completed yet, though. And then the final 3 ones here. We have a 3, a leaf, and a water. I don't have any. I want to do 3 and water. That one goes away. But I'm going to wild card that. I haven't used any of those yet. To change this into a robot. Yeah, so I do want to go to this station. So there we have it. Halfway through. Not sure how I'm feeling thus far. Remember, we'll start flipping those A, B, and C when they come up this time. And nothing more for A or B to cross off. We've already crossed off the larger of the numbers on both of them. Solo. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have a robot on a 1, so what do I want to do here? In front of me says 11 and robot. Yep. Give that to you, but I cross off a robot. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. So we put that 11 there. We got our robot in. Okay, we have another robot. We can complete that potentially. No, we can't. We can't use any of these, unfortunately. So, first off, I still do have to give one. We're going to give a robot. We circle one there. Now, if we can't play again, the game just ends. Okay, we have a 12 and we have an 8. Unfortunately, we don't have an energy, which is what I was hoping for, because that makes it even trickier now. It is interesting to try and balance the energies. I may have given too many energies to my opponent. Let's go 12 and robot. You get a leaf. I'm just obviously going to put that there. I could put it up here if I wanted to, but I complete that. I gather 9 points there. But now, I mean, I'm really... Okay, I have a 7. That works. And I have a 10. But I'm going to do the 7 and this. There's a reason for that. Get another leaf. We'll just not take the points there. 7. And I get an X somewhere. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goes there. Because this one, they have to be filled with numbers, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. As long as I can do this, no energy. Oh, that is game. That's game because in a game, all right. So I have to give him one. So, ouch. This will probably be a try it again. Because I do have 10, 16 more, so 26 there. 36 there. 9 there. I do have completed ones here. There's no way that it's less than what he has, so I get 10 there. I lose 15 there. Oh wait, hold on. That one is my longest section. The longest section 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, well, we'll just put that there. I don't know, I actually may have a shot here. So that's 60, 72 plus 18, which is 3. 72 plus 3, 75. So, then we go over here. I have, just going to sort them by type here. So much energy sitting in there. Gave up too much, way too much energy to him. Should use those. Yeah. I may win, but it's not going to be pretty. So, 4 points on that one. 6 points on that one. 3, 4, 5, 6. 18 points there. 2 there. 6, 7. Ugh. 21 there. And 4. So 8 there. I need to figure out what this one is. And I'm not seeing it clearly laid out anywhere in here, by the way. Zone 2. Solo mode, end of the game, of course. Doesn't receive any additional points. Whenever you get the highest multiplier from a space station, circle 2. Cross it off. From now on, you only get the lower one. Yeah, I don't see what this is for. Triangle. Triangle symbol. Do we see that anywhere else in the book? And if you know online, let me know. Astra solo mode. Okay, blah blah. End of game. Oh. Level 2. 2 extra points. So, 20, 30, 41, 51, 50, 60, 51, 61, 66, 66 to what did I say mine was? That's 62 plus another 18. Wow, brain just shut down there. 62 plus 18 is 80, plus 10 is 90, minus 15 is 75 to 66. I got the win. That was a close one. That one, I really felt like there was a pretty solid shot that I had messed up on there by giving away so much energy. Like, I gave away just ridiculous amounts of energy. Do not recommend you do that, by the way. Now, if you're playing this with other people, which I have yet to do, you don't have that. You don't lose the energy cards, which is nice. Thankfully, but though, with this, I didn't hit the Astra card. Oh, I could have prevented giving a couple cards away there to have won a little bit more handily, and I would have had an energy card next time. Though those next 3 cards, I don't know that I could have played any of them. Maybe the 8 could have gotten played with the energy, which could have done the trick, but that was rough. That did not go as planned. Though we're now through 2 times. I'm going to flip to the back here. Just continue to write this down. I'm not going to write down the date. Oh yeah, there's reading to do here. We were on what? Went from 41 to some number here. 41. I said we must reach the space stations. So we must reach the space stations. If you won, go to 134. Touchdown! Congratulations, you have landed on the moon with the necessary equipment. I knew I could count on you. Captain, you have won the game. You will earn 1 star indicated on the adventure sheet. Save the game on the dashboard. Record who's the captain. Write down the number of the chapter, 134. Before you carry on, read the specific rules for chapter 3, then go for 36. So we gain another star, and 1, 3, 4. So what's going to be new this time, because we won, we go up another level here. So you can see higher numbers, especially on the robots, even though there are some 2s, more 2s. And then number 3 here looks similar to what we already had for number 2. So if I go down here a little bit, we have map number 3. Now, I'm not ready to play this tonight. I would need to learn the rules for it. But it looks like you're building out a connected grid. And each spot you build is going to do something for you. So I need to learn what all the different symbols mean and advantages that they give us. So, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you had fun with this. I did have a blast as always. I'm going to actually sign off here in a couple seconds and then go to BGA and learn how to play the 3rd map. BGA does not have all the maps on it, by the way, just the first 3. So I'm going to put my tuck boxes back together and learn there. Thank you so much for watching. Hope that you had fun. I had a blast again with this, and again got a win that honestly was not expecting to get there. That turned real fast for me, but I also have been really aggressive on trying to score some things before. So with that, if you enjoy this content, please give the video a thumbs up, drop a comment down in the comment section below, and know when new videos come out, subscribe and click that notification bell. New videos come out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So on Wednesday, I plan to be playing Chapter 3 here. So join me, or Adventure 3, I should say. So join me for that. And on Fridays, my wife and I are playing Baldur's Gate 3. We didn't this past Friday just because it was the long weekend. So we will be back this Friday, hopefully, and I'm excited to play more BG3. You can also find me other spots around the internet, nerdologist.com, where I write about board games every weekday, and then the 10 Minute Marvel podcast. You can find that here on YouTube by searching for 10 Minute Marvel, or You can find it wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcast from. But with that, bottoms up